The world is changing at a rapid pace. Energy consumption rates are increasing day by day, especially with our increase in global population. The most affected source of energy is firewood. In Africa, firewood is mainly the go-to source of fuel. This is mainly because in developing countries, renewable sources such as solar and wind energy have not been heavily invested in as compared to developed countries. Firewood is mainly used for food production, especially small-scale, when it comes to cooking for homes. Large-scale when it comes to cooking for institutions like schools and some hospitals. This large-scale food production leads to deforestation, which highly affects the climate, as trees are an essential part in the climatic region, as well as a lot of time consumption, since cooking with firewood takes time as compared to alternatives like gas. Luckily, one individual has been able to offer a solution that not only uses an alternative source of heat for cooking, but also aids in saving time as well as reducing labor costs.
My name is Wycliffe Ngonga from Faith Energy Saving Engineering Works.
Wycliffe is an engineer at Faith Energy Saving Engineering Works located at Ruai. He's been working there for 21 years now as its director.
I have worked at Faith Energy Saving Engineering Works since the year 2000. I started Faith Engineering Works as a co-founder of the company in the year 2000 after working for only 1 week in employment, after which I was sacked due to some misunderstandings with my bosses, simply because of I was too fast to know to understand all that they were doing. Within 1 week, I had known how to develop what they were making, and I was now able to advise them on how we can be able to cut down the cost and upgrade or improve our production.
Seeing how challenging it may be to work with the insecure bosses, Wycliffe decided to exit and start his own engineering company, and that is where Faith Engineering Works was born.
Our innovation is called Meko Friendly Steam Cooking System. Meko is just the typical Meko for cooking at home, because the domestic one is normally called Meko stove. So we took this name as part of our steam system. It is a steam cooking system, but we've given it the name Meko.
Coming up with such an impeccable design requires understanding of energy-saving techniques. This is where Wycliffe found a partner and contacted him.
My name is Innocent Decox. Currently I'm working in the Business Development Department of Faith Engineering Works Limited. And by profession I'm an environmental planner, but I have an interest in business and environmental sustainability.
This design has been used internationally. Countries like China used this in the 90s for food production. However, Wycliffe is the first Kenyan to do such a design locally. The design was specifically made to ensure minimum space is occupied within a kitchen. It also has been designed so as to minimize workload and be efficient to institutions that have large numbers to feed, with an interesting serving system.
The advantages for this steam cooking system is that the space that it occupies within the kitchen is limited. The traditional cooking systems requires that each pot has a fire source underneath, but this system has only one fire source at the steam generator, generating enough steam that is distributed to 3 or 4 cooking vessels, reducing the fuel bills by above 60%. This system also has a tilting mechanism at the vessels. After preparing your meal, you don't have to carry the pot outside the stove. It has a tilting mechanism. All you do is just hold the lever, you tilt it, and the food pours down. It also comes with a draining cork, whereby if you're preparing something like rice and the food is ready while there's still some water inside the rice, all you do, you just open the cork which is under the vessel to release the excess water. This system also can be able to be connected or to put additional vessels in the line. Meko-friendly steam cooking system is a 3-component part consisting of 1, a steam generator. This is where the steam is generated at. The steam generator uses multiple sources of fuel. You can use firewood, you can use briquette, you can use LPG gas, diesel, or used oil. This system uses clean drinking water because the steam gets into direct contact with the food in one particular type of vessels.
Also, it is possible to have as much vessels as possible. The design has a connecting bolt that allows additional vessels to the right, left, or straight ahead, depending on the kitchen layout and design.
This system has a steam supply lines which connects the steam generator and the cooking vessels. Our steam cooking vessels comes into two types. We have the non-jacketed and the double-jacketed vessels. Once this fire is put at the steam generator, it is lit and evaporation starts to take place. That steam is confined inside the tube, after which when the temperature rises to the required temperature of about 3 bars, it is sufficient enough to start cooking at the vessel.
The vessels have been designed to cater for all meals. The bottom of the non-jacketed vessel has pores where the stream sips through to heat whatever is inside. This, of course, begs the question, what about ugali, majani chai? Won't the pores be filled up? The answer is yes. The pores will fill up, and that is why there is a second type of vessel, the double jackets, wherein the vessels has 2 covering and in between is where the stream passes through to heat the vessel.
That steam is now released to each and every vessel using a steam release ball valve which directs the steam into the food. We have 2 types of vessels, as I mentioned, the non-jacketed and the double-jacketed vessel. For the non-jacketed vessel, you can use any type, you can prepare or cook any type of meal, apart from meals like porridge or ugali. For the double-jacketed vessel, this is the ones that we use for preparing ugali and porridge as well as tea.
The steam generator cooking system also has security systems that protect whoever is running them. No company fails to face setbacks. For Wycliffe, the major setback has been financial, since design and build of the innovation requires a lot of money to both put up and execute.
Being a new innovation in the market, first of all, it has been financial setback, because this kind of an innovation requires a lot of money to do the research.
The fact that the company has not yet been able to get actors that are able to offer financing to support setting up the systems.
Another very big setback that we have had is the manpower. The qualified people to do this kind of a system. We have not had enough, and we have been relying on few people who are there in the market who can be able to do them. The other setback is equipment and the machines to be able to produce good quality equipment as we have been able to produce. As a company, we outsource some of our services like the rolling and the folding simply because we don't have those machines in-house.
Like all other innovators coming up with new designs, Wycliffe says it has been mentally frustrating to come up with the steam generator.
Yes, for sure, there has been a lot of frustration for myself as a person. As you develop an innovation like this, you find you work, you get to a place where you hit the wall, you try something, it doesn't work. At the end of the day, in the evening, you realize that as per your target, you did not achieve the targets of the day. And you also realize that your limited understanding simply because you don't have enough helpers who can be able to share with you or reason with you together to bring up the innovation.
With the amount of energy used being minimal as compared to what is used today, this innovation is advantageous to institutions with large number of people within and are struggling to feed them all, either because time is little or the workers aren't enough.